Good morning, students. So, in today's class, we will see the third unit, basic concepts and introduction of the third unit. So, the unit name is noise in communication system. So, I already explained in first class what is a communication system and what are the basic elements of a communication system, right? So, communication means transferring of information from one place to another place. Communication system means electrical equipment which is used in the for the purpose of a transmission of a communication is known as a communication system. A system which is used for the purpose of a communication is known as a communication system, right? So we are having various types of communication systems, and then I explained the basic elements of a communication system. So what are the basic elements of a communication system? Source, transmitter, channel, receiver, and destination. So we also use input transducer and output transducer also, but these are the main elements of a communication, right? So while we are transmitting the signal from transmitter to the receiver, a noise will be occurred in the channel, right? So in first class, I explained that while we are transmitting the signal from transmitter to the receiver, there will be some percentage of a noise will takes place in the channel. So in this third chapter, we will see what is that noise, definition of a noise, and what are the different types of noise are present in a communication system. So first we will see definition of a noise. So simply we can say noise is an unwanted energy or unwanted signal which disturbs the original signal. So the definition will be like in electrical terms, noise may be defined as unwanted form of energy which tend to interfere with the proper reception and reproduction of the transmitted signal. So we are having some original signal. If you want to transmit that original signal, whenever an undesired signal is disturbing that original signal, we can say noise is present in that place. So that is nothing but a noise. So if you observe the diagram here, first one is a blue color at point one. The blue color wave is a transmitted wave. So at point one, we are having a signal that is a transmitted wave. So I want to transmit that wave to the receiver. So in between the transmission medium, a noise will be present in a green color, right? So if you observe that output, the output is not same as the input. So there will be some change in the output. If you observe clearly, the input wave and output wave are not the same because of that noise. That noise disturbs or interferes that output. For example, if I'm now I'm teaching the class through the online, right? Suppose if I switch on the TV and then I will start explaining these concepts, are you able to listen my voice clearly? No, right? So you will listen, you will able to hear the both voices, TV voice as well as my voice. So you can't hear the original message, you can't hear the my voice, right? So we have, if I want to transmit a signal from the transmitter to receiver, that should be, there should be no noise. If the noise is present, it means if any undesired signal is present, we can say there is a noise. So that is a simple definition of a noise. It is an unwanted signal. So we are having a various types of noise. They are like external noise and internal noise. So external noise means the noise which is produced by the external sources occurs in the medium or channel of a communication. So which is occurring due to the external sources is called as a external noise. Internal noise means the noise which is produced by the receiver components while functioning. So it is known as a internal noise which is happening at inside. So external noise means it is because of the external sources. So again, these noises are classified into various types. So external noise is classified into atmospheric noise, extraterrestrial noise, and industrial noise. Again, extraterrestrial noise is classified into two types, solar noise and cosmic noise. While coming to the internal noise, it is classified into various types. They are like thermal noise, short noise, transit time noise, flicker noise, and partition noise. So we can also call it as a flicker noise as a low frequency noise and 1 by F noise. And we can also call thermal noise as a white noise or Johnson noise. So these are the various types of a noise. So now we will see definitions for these noises. So external noises. So as I said, in external noise, we are having a atmospheric noise, extraterrestrial noise, and industrial noise. Again, extraterrestrial is classified into solar and cosmic. So atmospheric noise means it is because of the irregularities in the atmosphere. So like whenever in rising seasons, so lightning takes place, right? So this noise is produced by lightning discharges in thunderstorms and other natural electrical disturbances. So that is the atmosphere noise, or we can also call it as a static noise. And next one is extraterrestrial noise or terrestrial noise or solar noise. So solar noise means the noise which is produced by emitting from the sun is known as a solar noise. So at the sun being at a very high temperature, it radiates electrical energy in the form of a noise. It happens at the peak of a 11-year cycle. Cosmic noise. So this it happens because of the stars. Noise received from distant stars, our galaxy and various other galaxies. And next one is a industrial noise. The name suggests industrial noise. So the noise which is produced by the various industries like automobiles, aircraft ignition and electric motors, etc. So we can also call it as a man-made noise. So we can call it as a man-made noise or industrial noise. Man-made, the name suggests man-made or industrial, which is produced by the man. So like automobiles, electrical motors and aircraft, switching gears and leakage from the high voltage transmission lines and several other heavy electrical equipment. So that is about the industrial noise. So now we will see internal noise. So internal noises are classified into various types. They are thermal noise, short noise, transit time noise, flicker noise, and partition noise. So now we will see definitions for the internal noise. So first one is a short noise. So short noise is happen because of the power. So we can simply say it arises due to inactive devices due to the random behavior of a charge carrier. So fluctuating short noise current. And next one is partition noise. So partition means separating. So whenever the noise generated because of the current divided between the two or more parts in the circuits. So we can simply say whenever the current divides between two or more parts in a circuit, the partition noise takes place. And next one is a flicker noise or a low frequency noise or a pink noise. So the flow of current at a low frequencies produces this particular type of a noise. And next one is a transit time noise. So it takes place in high frequency signal. So it increase in context with the increase in frequency causes this type of noise. The time taken by the charge carriers to move from one place to another place is called transit time. We can also call it as, I repeat again, the definition for a transit time. The time taken by the charger carriers to move from one place to another place is called transit time. And the noise produced in this process is known as a transit time noise. And next one is a thermal noise. We know thermal means nothing but a heat. So the noise produced by the heat is known as a thermal noise, or we can also called as a Johnson noise. The noise produced in a resistor with increase in absolute temperature is known as a thermal noise. Or simply we can say the resistive component of a complex independence due to the rapid and random motion of a molecules, atoms and electrons. The expressions for maximum noise power output of a resistor can be given as Pn is equal to KTB. So we can also represent it like the expression for thermal noise will be Pn is equal to KTB. So where K is a Boltzmann constant, we know the Boltzmann constant value, right? Boltzmann constant value is equal to 1.38 into 10 power minus 23 joules per Kelvin. And whereas T is a temperature and beta is a effective noise. So that is about the thermal noise. So as I said now, the as I said now, the thermal noise means this is a noise generated due to the thermal motion of electrons inside a resistor. This noise is zero at absolute 0 degree Kelvin and generated when temperature rises. So whenever the temperature increases, the noise also increases. And it also called as a Johnson noise. Who invented it? So Johnson invented this noise. So we are calling by his name as a Johnson noise. Thermal noise is also referred as a white noise since it has a uniform spectral density across the EM spectrum. So that is about the thermal noise. So as I said, the formula here, Pn is equal to KTB, where Pn is the noise power, K is the Boltzmann constant, B is the bandwidth, or we can say effective noise. And next one is a narrow band noise. So the noise process appearing at the output of a narrow band filter is known as a narrow band noise. So the front end of the receiver of a practical communication system will consist of a frequency selective filter, and this filter will process the desired signal and noise also. That is, processing of a received signal is done by the narrow band filter, and the narrow band filter which is used to pass it the modulating signal, noise also passes through that filter. So the narrow band filter produces a noise which is called as a narrow band noise. So with the spectral components of narrow band noise concentrated about some mid-band frequencies plus or minus Fc. So we can represent this narrow band noise as a components of in phase and quadrature components, and also we can represent in envelope and phase. So now we will see how we will represent the narrow band noise in phase and quadrature and envelope and phase components. So first we will see the representation of a narrowband noise in terms of a in phase and quadrature components. So the time domain representation of a narrowband noise can be represented as n of t is equal to a n cos 2 pi fct plus pi n of t. So it is the time domain representation of a narrowband noise. So n of t is equal to, we know from the trigonometry formulas, right? Cos a plus b is equal to cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. So I'm just implementing that formula. By using that formula, an into cos a plus b means cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Here a is 2 pi fct, b is pi n of t. So cos a cos b means cos 2 pi fct cos pi n of t minus sin a sin b means sin 2 pi fct into sin pi n of t. So we can simply write by multiplying with an cos 2 pi fct into cos pi n of t minus an sin 2 pi fct into sin pi n of t. So we can write as n of t is equal to n I of t into cos 2 pi fct plus n pi of t into sin 2 pi fct, where ni of t and nq of t are the in phase and quadrature components of a narrow band noise. So here they mentioned NBN. NBN means narrow band noise. Ni of t means an cos pi n of t from the equation. Nq of t means an sin pi n of t. So that is the time domain representation of a narrowband noise. Now we will see the extraction and then we will see the generation. So how the extraction of Ni of t and Nq of t from N of t. So initially I'm applying the N of t, and then at the multiplier we are having the input as N of t and also 2 cos 2 pi fct at the upside. At the downside we are having a minus 2 sin 2 pi fct, and they are passed through the low pass filter. At the output side we will get the in phase component as well as a quadrature component. So this low pass filter have a bandwidth of a B, and this is known as a narrow band noise analyzer. And next one is a synthesizer. So generation of N of t from Ni of t and Nq of t. So just reverse. Here we are giving the N of t, we are getting Ni of t and Nq of t. Here from Ni of t and Nq of t, we are getting the N of t. So that is known as a, so this is known as a analyzer, narrowband noise analyzer, and this is known as a narrowband synthesizer. So at the multiplier, we are giving Ni of t and cos 2 pi of c. At upside and downside, we are giving Nq of t and sin 2 pi fct. So at the output side, we are having a summation and we will get output as a N of t. So that is about the synthesizer and analyzer of a narrowband noise. Now we will see the narrowband noise representation in terms of envelope and phase. Up to now we have seen about the narrowband noise representation in phase and quadrature components. Now we will see in terms of envelope and phase. So narrowband noise can be represented in terms of envelope and phase as n of t is equal to r of t into cos 2 pi fct plus pi of t. Here r of t means envelope of n of t and pi of t means phase of n of t. And we can represent r of t as n square I of t plus n I square of t and q square of t. We will represent r of t as a n I square of t plus n q square of t whole square. And we will represent the phase as a tan inverse of nq of t by ni of t. So that is the envelope and phase. And the power spectral density of r of t and q of t can be defined as ni nq of ni comma nq is equal to 1 by 2 pi sigma square e power minus of ni square plus nq square by 2 sigma square. Here ni and nq are the random variables. The probability of a joint event ni lies in between the ni and ni dni, and nq lies in between the nq and nq dnq. So mathematically it is expressed as ni less than or equal to capital Ni less than or equal to small ni plus dni. It means that capital Ni lies in between small ni and small ni plus dni. And next one is capital Nq lies in between small nq and small nq plus dnq. So we can write the above equation as fni comma nq and ni comma nq dni dnq is equal to 1 by 2 pi sigma square e power minus ni square plus nq square by 2 sigma square dni dnq. So in place of ni, I'm just replacing with r cos pi, and in place of nq, I'm just replacing with r sin pi. So dni dnq means r dr d phi. So I'm just replacing that values 1 by 2 pi sigma square e power minus. So replace in place of ni, just replacing with the r cos pi. So there we are having a ni square. So we can write as a r square cos square pi plus r square sin square pi by 2 sigma square r dr dq d phi, sorry. So we can write it as a r by 2 pi sigma square e power minus r square by 2 sigma square dr d phi. So the joint probability density function of a r and pi is f or function of r comma q of r comma q is equal to r by 2 pi sigma square e power minus r square by 2 sigma square. So here the f pi of pi can be written as 1 by 2 pi, and f r of r can be written as r by r square e power minus r square by 2r square. So why we are taking 1 by 2 pi means we can consider it as phase as a 1 by 2 pi. That's why we have taken f pi of pi phase as a 2 pi. Where sigma square is a variancy of a original signal of n of t, a random variable having the probability density function of fr of r is said to be Rayleigh distributed. So let u is equal to r by sigma, then we may be rewrite the above equation in normal form as f r of r is equal to, so in place of r by sigma, I am just writing u. So we can simply write it as a u into e power minus u square by 2. So we can just simply represent like that. So that is about for today's class. So in today's class, we have seen about the noise, and then we have discussed about the various noises. So noise is, we can say it is an electrical or electromagnetic energy which tends to interfere the proper reception and reproduction of a transmitted signal. In simply, we can say it is an unwanted signal which disturbs the original signals. So we are having a various types of noise. They are like, first, mainly they are classified into two types. They are external noise and internal noise. And external noise means which is produced by the external sources, and internal noise means which is produced by the receiver components while functioning. External noise is classified into atmospheric noise and extraterrestrial noise and man-made noise. and industrial noise. We can also call atmospheric noise as a static noise, and internal noise is classified into various types. They are like partition noise, transit time noise, flicker noise, short noise, and thermal noise. Flicker noise is also called as a low frequency noise or 1 by F noise, and thermal noise is also called as a Johnson noise. So that's it for the today's class. Thanks for watching.